morning students, and welcome back to your chemistry class. So today I am going to continue with the classification of the polymers. So today we are going to do the classification on the basis of growth polymerization. Okay, growth polymerization. Now over here in this growth polymerization there are of two types. First is your chain growth polymerization and the second is your step growth polymerization. Clear? So on the basis of growth polymerization, there could be chain growth polymerization or step growth polymerization. Let us begin with the chain growth polymerization. So what is a chain growth polymerization? The polymers which are formed by successive addition of monomer units to the growing chain having a reactive intermediate, and that intermediate could be your free radical or it could be a carbocation or a carboanion, right? Then the process, what is it termed as? Chain growth polymerization. And this is very much similar to addition polymers also. And monomers, they could be like your alkenes or even the derivatives of the alkenes. Chain growth polymerization. So what did I say about chain growth polymerization? Polymers formed by successive addition of monomers. Now what monomer unit am I talking over here about? The monomer unit over here could be your alkenes or the derivatives of the alkenes. Okay, the monomer unit to the growing chain having a reactive intermediate. Now this reactive intermediate could be what? That is, it could be a free radical, okay, or it could be a carbocation, it could also be carboanion, any of these. So over here I'm going to lay emphasis more on a free radical, proceeding with the chain growth polymerization. I hope till here it's very clear. Okay, now addition polymerization or the chain growth polymerization. Okay, it proceeds with any one of the mechanisms. What could be those one of the mechanisms? Either it could be free radical mechanism, or it could be cationic polymerization, or it can be anionic polymerization. The reaction can proceed with the addition of monomer to any of the reactive intermediate. By which process? It could be, as I said, by free radical mechanism, or it could be by cationic mechanism, or it can be by anionic polymerization. I should write over here polymerization. Okay, so over here I am going to lay more emphasis on free radical mechanism, right? So let us proceed with the chain growth polymerization by the free radical mechanism. So mechanism of chain growth polymerization. Okay, so over here we are going to talk about the free radical polymerization or free radical mechanism. Okay, in this type of polymerization we have an initiator. We have an initiator that could be ROR, and this is added to a monomer unit. Okay, and what could be that monomer unit? It could be an alkene or any derivative of alkene. Is this clear? So this is also termed as chain initiation. Actually, this free radical polymerization happens in 3 steps. What are those? The chain initiation, then chain propagation, and then chain termination. Okay, so this free radical polymerization takes place in 3 steps. What is the first step? It is called as chain initiation. So what is that chain initiation? Where this initiator adds up with a monomer. That is your chain initiation. Then it is going to propagate, it is going to grow. That then it will be called as chain propagation. And when it comes to an end, coming to the end point, or it is stopping or it is terminating, then it will be called as, that particular step will be called as chain termination. Okay, so your free radical polymerization happens in 3 steps. What is that? Once again, chain initiation, then chain propagation, and thirdly chain termination. So let us begin with the first step, that is chain initiation. So what happens in the chain initiation? In chain initiation, what happens? The initiator, ROOR, this is what? Your initiator. Okay, it first on heating breaks up into 2 parts and forms a radical. What is that radical? RO. This is the free radical that it forms, right? This free radical RO, it combines with the monomer. And what is the monomer that are we talking about? This is the alkene that we are talking about. Okay, so the electron from here moves to this carbon and also towards this carbon, and this free radical moves towards this carbon. So what is the product that it is going to form? It is going to form a new radical. What is that new radical? ROCH2CH2, and this becomes your new radical. Okay, this is your new radical. So this is your first step. Okay, the chain initiation. Now we come to the second step where chain propagation is going to take place. So now this new radical, it is going to react with another monomer of alkene, so that another new subunit can be formed over here. So I am showing it to you over here. So this new radical, I am writing down RCH2CH2. It's going to combine with a monomer CH2 double bond CH2, and it is going to form what? A new unit is going to be formed. Okay, so let's see what is that. It is going to form ROCH2 bond CH2. Okay, ROCH2 CH2 CH2 CH2, and here is your propagating site. What is this? This can be termed as, because propagation is taking place over here, so we can say that this is your propagating site. Followed? Now what will happen? It will again combine with another monomer. So this ROCH2 CH2 CH2, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Okay, this radical is going to combine with another monomer, that is your alkene. right? And it is now going to form another new radical. What is that new radical? ROCH2, CH2, 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 CH2. This. Now this is again a new radical formed. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, so the above steps, it keeps on repeating, and thus the chain of polymerization, it keeps on propagating, and hence the word chain propagation has been given to step 2. Right? Now we come to step 3. What is that step 3? Chain termination. That is, now the chain propagation is going to terminate, or maybe it is going to stop when the propagating sites, they get destroyed. These propagating sites, they get destroyed. What will happen? The chain is going to terminate from there. So the propagating site may be destroyed in any one of the ways. What could that be? So what are the different factors or different reasons? Different reasons for chain termination. First point, what did I tell you? That when two chains combine at the propagating sites. Okay, when two chains combine at the propagating sites, then the chain termination may take place. Another reason could be that when the chain reacts with an impurity and the radical is consumed. Okay, and the third reason could be when two chains, they undergo disproportionation. When two chains undergo disproportionation. What is disproportionation? That one chain gets reduced to alkane and the other gets oxidized to alkene. In that sense, then what happens? The chain termination takes place. Okay, so that was your free radical polymerization. There are other two mechanisms also, as I had told you, cationic polymerization and anionic polymerization, but that is not in your syllabus, so we are not discussing that in detail. But you should be knowing that there are two other mechanisms also that can help in chain growth polymerization. We now next come to step growth polymerization. Second part, that was the step growth polymerization. Okay, so over here, what did I tell you? There are series of stepwise condensation reactions. Okay, series of stepwise condensation reactions involving bifunctional or polyfunctional monomers are called what? Step growth polymers, and the process is termed as step growth polymerization. Clear? So this step growth polymerization is just equivalent to condensation polymerization, where what happens over here, the two monomers, that is A and B, okay, they undergo condensation. What do they undergo? They undergo condensation and they form a dimer. Okay, first understand with this, then I'll show you an example also. They form a dimer. Now when this dimer combines with another monomer, condensation takes place and it forms a trimer. ABA. A trimer is formed over here. Now maybe this trimer combines with another kind of monomer and then condensation takes place and it forms a tetramer, that is AB. Okay, this is called as tetramer, and so on and so on. So the propagation goes on. Step growth propagation takes place. One step at a time the propagation or the growth takes place, and therefore it is called as step growth polymerization. Now let's take an example over here, like H2N CH2 whole 6 NH2 when we'll combine with adipic acid, that is COOH CH2 whole 4 COOH. What is it going to give? It will remove water. Okay, when undergoing condensation it will remove water and it is going to form, let me write down over here, it is going to remove water and it is going to form what? NH2 CH2 whole 6 N. Now here one H has been removed, C double bond O, one H has been removed, then CH2 4 C OH double bond O. Okay, so this is the dimer that is formed over here. Two hydrogen and one oxygen has been removed from here. Okay, thus it forms a dimer. Now when this dimer combines with another monomer, that is could be H2N CH2 6 NH2, then what is it going to form? And put the arrow over here. So here again it's going to form a trimer. So let me write down the trimer, NH2 CH2 6 NH C double bond O CH2 4 C double bond O. Then from here what will happen? This group is going to get attached, the monomer is going to get attached over there. So NH CH2 whole 6 NH2. Okay, so what is this? This is your trimer, and hence as I said the trimer will get attached to another monomer and a tetramer and so on. So I can write over here, so on the reaction goes on taking place. Now there should be a termination also. Okay, so see this side, I'm writing down the termination over here. Okay, so the termination of it could be like H2N CH2 6 NH, then C double bond O CH2 4 C double bond O, and this continuously goes on. Okay, so this is your termination, the number of times you keep adding up. So what is this example? This is the example of your nylon 66. Even it is an example of Bakelite, also shows this step growth polymerization. Okay, so I stop over here. Today we have finished off all the classifications. Now we are going to proceed with certain polymers. How are they made and what are their different uses from the next video. Thank you till then.